Hello, Taurus. Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm using the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we got. Let's see there. Okay. Alright, let's see. It's kind of, there's a couple hidden cards here behind other ones, but we're going to see what's going on here. Now, this is a very interesting situation. Whatever's going on here, you're coming into it feeling like you have to cut your losses and leave. It's like moving away from a situation that you don't think is going to work out. Ironically, with the Six of Swords, I don't think you're moving away from a bad situation. You just don't think it's going to work out. So you're kind of like cutting your losses and moving on. You're trying to not invest any more time with it. But especially with Taurus, I'm kind of getting this connection. You've already spent some time kind of getting invested in it. And you're trying to step away, but I don't feel like that's going to happen as easy as you might want it to. Is that correct? Okay. So something you're kind of trying to move on from because you don't think it's going to work out. And you'd like to do a cold ending, just like a cold, abrupt ending and just walk away. You'd like to. I just don't know if that's really going to happen for you. I feel like it's kind of in your thought. Like I just need to step away, cold turkey, let it be. But I don't know if that's really going to work. Now, we're going a little farther. And I'm noticing you have the Six of Pentacles on your side in your thoughts, how you're reacting to the situation. It seems like you're helping somebody. Because this is definitely a card of like charity. You're giving of your time or you're helping somebody. This is the same situation. I feel like you were trying to cut cold turkey, but you're like, well, I do want to cut cold turkey, but I do have some responsibilities here, so let me do what I need to do. But it's in the mindset of like wrapping it up. But you're like, you know what? Yeah, I do want to cut this off cold turkey, but there are certain responsibilities I have to finish and wrap up here and tie up loose ends. So I'm going to do that. Now, between you and the other person, whoever this is, I'm getting for most of it's going to be another person. You get the King of Wands, which means there's a lot going on. Like, this is very good. Like, you're helping, but I feel like this person, like, you're kind of helping them do something, but they're also involved. They're not just, like, sitting there and you're bringing them what they need. You're there helping, but you're almost, like, teaching while you're helping. And, like, you're very giving, but they're involved, too. I get there's a very active situation going on here, especially with Wands and the King. Wands to me are fire. This deck does them differently, but I still feel a very fire connection here. So I'm getting there's a lot of activity here. There's a lot of previous agreements being honored. And this seems to have a different effect on this other person than you're expecting because this seems to get them to change direction. I don't think they were as receptive or they weren't acting this way previously. Is that correct? All right. So for some reason, you were gonna cut ties, walk away. You wanted to do a cold turkey, like done is done. I'm done. But then you realize there's some obligations you agreed to, and I feel like just the way you feel about it, like, you know what, I said I would do a couple things, and I'm gonna stick with that. But it's gonna be in the realm of wrapping this up, tying up the loose ends. That was your whole thought. And you get involved with this person, again, that you really want to be done with. And the fact that you're doing this, and you're holding true to what you said you would do, it seems to have a very positive effect on this person. In the sense of, like, they're seeing that you're going to honor your commitments. I don't know why they were questioning it to begin with, because I don't feel like that would be... Like, if they really know you, I don't understand why they would question that, because it seems like that's probably your MO anyway. But I do feel like that's what's happening here. Like they're seeing that you're actually, I don't know what happened before this because I'm not connecting with cards, what brought it into this time frame, but they weren't expecting that you would do that. The fact that you are, it's changing how they're reacting to you. They're changing directions. Now, you do this, you're in the realm of like wrapping up loose ends. So what I'm seeing here at the beginning, you want to cut cold turkey, you don't because you have obligations. You're still going in the avenue of tying up loose ends. It seems to change the other side's attitude towards you. Now, the next card I see here is the Death card. You set things up to tie up those loose ends. In some cases, you're passing off responsibilities to other people who are competent, because as long as things get done and you know that the person you're asking to do these things are doing them, you're okay with passing off these responsibilities as long as the other person accepts it. That's not a problem. And I feel like you're cutting your ties from this, but you're doing it in a respectful way to make sure that things, you're not leaving things unfinished. You're just kind of wrapping them up and making it so you can step away and things can flourish on their own without you. Because you want out of this. You want out. I don't feel like your opinion about what happened, whatever happened before this, because there's a reason you're feeling like this isn't going to work out. There's definitely a solid reason. You're holding to this, you're stepping out. Now the other side is feeling the pain from that. Because when you got back involved, it changed their mind about how they were viewing you. And now they're really, this is devastation. They're really upset that you're stepping away and that you've, cut ties. Because I feel like it's a cut ties type of thing. That is on their side. On your side, you have three cards. Now, I'm seeing where this is going, and at first I didn't see it because I was curious with this last situation. You have get more information, the yes card, and abundance. I'm getting like this is like three cards trying to say, like you could stay, like if you keep gathering information about the situation, you're going to realize this was the right thing to do. This was best for you. You detaching from this, I feel like has long been warranted. Long since been warranted. And it's better for you. This is healthier for you to let go. Now, the other person seems to be very devastated about this whole situation. But I'm getting like this, that's it. That's the end of it. And as you go on from this, you're happier without that influence. People see this card, it's the Lover's card, I know, and they see it one way a lot of times. This is also saying being successful at a test, like successfully overcoming a challenge. Like this is like, like if you take a test, it's like getting 110. Like you not only do you pass the test, you get the bonus points too. That's kind of what this card is also in that realm of saying. Because I feel like you're detaching and you're a lot happier. This is good. And you have this above it. This is in your mindset. You're not willing to go back to this situation because of how good you feel now. The no here is saying that, returning to that situation is really not an option for you. And I feel like that's what this whole thing was about, for you to step away. I feel like you had to cinch things up a lot quicker than you maybe would have originally liked to, but you're seeing that this was the best outcome for you. This was a good thing. The no here is like your attitude towards going back or restarting this up or continuing on with the situation. You've put your foot down, you said no, I'm not going to do that. And that's what you're working towards. Like it's uncomfortable to cut things as short as you did. Even though you tied up loose ends and you got other people to take over the responsibilities, I still feel like that was a little uncomfortable for you. But the fact that you're not willing to get back into it, that's your success. That's your not only passing the test, but getting the bonus points too, if that makes sense. I hope this makes sense because people get confused. This isn't always about like a romantic relationship. Not always. At least not the way I've read it. Learned over the years. And I've been reading for. I'm not going to say how long I've been reading. I just realized how long it's been. It's been over 20 years. Let's put it that. But yeah, this is saying your success is hinging because of how you're handling it. This is you overcoming this challenge. It's almost like this is a life lesson that you have successfully completed with bonus points. Because I'm getting this is a major, that's a major win. This is a very extremely positive card, but this is like saying like you're honoring your heart. You're winning. You're doing this. You're winning. You're succeeding well past the expected curve. Are we good? All right. I'm not going to keep drowning that card down. I think we're good. All right, let's wrap this up here. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, if you would like a reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.